Welcome to the rec room, y'all. About to get this music loaded up. Waiting for my brothers to join, and then we gonna get the pod started. Take me a couple minutes. Pod being they don't let you. I don't think you can preload everything, so it's like soon as I get on is when I have the chance to load everything.
Yep.
T Streets,
What's going on?
what's good? Trying to get this music queued up.
All right.
I think we got it.
There we go.
Yeah. The order stay the same. It's not gonna change. So next it's gonna be AG gonna be next. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Sorry.
What's good with you though?
No, doing all right. Doing all right. Can't complain, man.
That's
Just
good.
vibing right now. Just vibing right now.
I got an extra. I don't know. I got extra boost of energy tonight, man. I think I'm gonna be on one. I don't know why. I told you who's gonna be next. AG.
Hey.
I got the order mapped out. So now we gotta wait for we got Trey. Trey gonna make his grand entrance.
Talking about,
Bang,
hey
bang.
man, I got this neat
Bang,
fragrance.
What up? What up?
The one and only.
That be
Often
me.
imitated but never duplicated.
That be
Good
Trey,
with
you sound
y'all,
like-
man.
What
Trey,
up,
you
man?
sound like you're in the closet.
I know, man. You need to turn that mic up, bro.
Uh-oh.
Hey, bro.
Pause.
Hey, bro.
Come on.
Hey, bro. I got it up, players. Hold up.
Mic
gotta
check
get-
1, 2.
To find the area or something, man.
All right.
No,
That's a
good.
little better, man.
That's better.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
better.
look.
That's better.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a bug with y'all. I got an empty house for the first time in a long time. I don't got the AC on, and I got my shirt off. And I'm on one tonight, so
Hey,
my father
yo.
tonight. I'm telling you, man, I ain't feel like
He
this
got
in a
that
long
shirt
time.
off.
I got my shirt off in the Jones, a little
Hey.
hot, man.
Hey, he got the OnlyFans. He got the OnlyFans joint on.
Hey.
I'm ready to
Hey,
get into it,
bro.
man. I
Got
don't
the
know what's going
FaceTime.
on, man.
You got the FaceTime.
I don't get an empty house too much, bro.
Hey, bro.
I don't,
Let's
bro.
Let's get this thing right. Hey, hold on 1 second. I know y'all ain't asked me this, but AT, let me ask you a question. Man. You need to set up when I'm talking to you. How long has Joe Budden been number one, T? How long has he been number one?
For like 5 years, something like that.
No, since Queen's Flip joined the show. Go ahead, E. Go ahead.
Hey,
Start the podcast, E.
hey.
Start the pod, E.
So I'm
Where did
I'm gonna
this come
stop.
from?
I'm gonna stop the music, man. I'm gonna stop the music. So
Queen's
so y'all
Flip.
can hear me, right? So I want to welcome everybody to the Rec Room Podcast. Tonight's episode, I forgot what I called it, and I don't know why with the title. I don't know why I called it that, but it sounded good out of what T Streets, the options that he gave. So yeah. So with that being said, this is our 10th. No, I forgot. You know, hey, bro, I did it so quick. It was just like I'm gonna have to read it again.
Hey.
So this is our 10th episode, man.
Mhm.
And I'm proud of that because we in the double digits. And according to, I think I heard something or read something on Podbean that most pods don't get, there's only 1% of pods that get past 20 episodes.
Mhm.
And so we're halfway there. And
Halfway there.
and I think that's dope. As I say every episode,
Mhm.
we will start doing the actual in-person ones that will be filmed on camera. That's coming soon, so y'all stay tuned for that. Tonight, we got a dope pod. We're just gonna talk about a bunch of different shit, and we also got a special guest
Mhm.
tonight,
shit.
and he's our brother,
Mhm.
my
Nice.
Splash brother. Pause. That sound a little weird, but Splash
Pause.
brother.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Hey, yo.
Look, so when I say Splash brother, I mean
Hey, I
like.
wasn't gonna say nothing. Hey, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was gonna go on the
Things
show.
get weird now.
No,
The
I
shirt
wasn't
comes
gonna say
off and all of a
No,
sudden,
like, no, like
Yeah,
Harry
we
not
play
around.
Austin Joe.
My motherfucking,
Yeah.
my motherfucking Splash, brother. You feel me? Motherfucking Splash, brother.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So we got Weekend at Juniors in the building, and so just appreciate them to be in this joint. We got
Ed
We
sitting
got-
over there. Hold on.
we
hold
got
on. Let me
AG.
tell you what Ed got on.
Hey.
Let me tell you what Ed got on.
what do you got?
Ed got
This
on
guy.
cream cream shorts. His shorts is cream. He has on a wife beater that matches his shoelaces. Go ahead, E. Go ahead, E.
But
That's how fly is. That's how fly is. That's how fly is.
Make sure you mention it to Unoya all day.
Yeah, so we got AG. You know what I mean? We got T Streets in the building.
Yep.
We got Trey Philando. And then we got me, E. I'm your host. And we're gonna get into it. Did anybody watch the final of the women's NCAA tournament?
Yes, sir.
You watched it. So I brought up the women first. I'm gonna talk about the guy. The guy conversation gonna be short because Connecticut kind of dominated, right? But NCAA championship was it Sunday or Monday? I don't know. I get the days mixed up. But
the women's
was Sunday.
Okay, that was Sunday. Okay, bet. So LSU beat Iowa 102-85. Now it looks like they crushed them, but they kind of got some points like at the end from when I was looking at it, right?
Yeah.
And the big thing was that see, you're gonna have to help me with the players because the media tried to make, to me it was some bullshit. They tried to make it. Okay, go ahead.
The young lady named Angel Reese. Angel Reese.
Angel Reese, and she's a player, one of the best players on the LSU. And then from Iowa, what's that girl? What's her name?
Caitlin Clark.
Okay, yeah. So they played the game. It was odd because it was almost like black against white, not literally, but it's just like Iowa was mostly contrived of white female players and
the clear folk.
And
they like to be called clear folk.
Okay, clear folk. And then LSU had majority a black team or whatever, which really don't mean anything. But when you start to hype it up and the media get behind it, everybody's gonna make that be something. But at the end of the game, well, let's take it back. Previous to that, Caitlin, that's her name.
Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin. Okay, so she was doing, just in the game, giving little gestures, talking trash a little bit. That's normal.
Which is beautiful.
She does a gesture, right? And then in the LSU game at the end, I keep forgetting the names, but the LSU player, she did the same thing.
Miss Reese.
And Miss Reese did the same thing, and everybody got up in arms and basically was saying that it was bad sportsmanship and. I don't get that. What y'all think that was about? Like, it's regular trash talk.
Well, that's the thing, right? Because what I noticed start to finish between the players themselves, they handled it very well. Salute to both players and shout out to LSU and shout out to Miss Reese, who happens to be from the area, along with her cousin.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So shout out to us all being winners one way, shape, or fashion. But I noticed that the media quickly turned it into something because, again, it wasn't the players that reacted a certain way. And I kind of caught what, when the players were individually speaking, I never saw them say anything derogatory towards the other player. And, it just kind of shows they create the narrative if you let them. Because if you're going by what the headline's saying, what the article's saying, you would never know that this was done prior by her doing the exact same thing. And that was not talked about either. So, you know what? Let them have that. That's why I believe we should create our own media platforms and tell our stories. That's a prime example because all they're trying to do is stir the pot so they can sell ad space at the end of the day.
Spicy already.
Hey, T.
You think it was a big deal? Do anybody think it was a big deal? Like they also saying that like because she kept the LSU player, she kept. I guess they saying Caitlin did it one time. The LSU player was kind of doing it over and over again and trying to say that she was taking it overboard.
Okay, maybe she was a little overboard, but so what?
Right.
So what? You just won the national championship.
100.
Bro.
Who cares?
Anybody that plays sports though, like, you might have out of 100%. You might have 60% of players that just play the game and don't talk. But if you grow up playing sports, any sport, you're gonna have some trash talking people of any color. It just so happened that girl was black. because if Reese was white doing that back to her, you wouldn't even heard about it because it's two
Right.
Oh
white
no,
girls.
you might
Might
have
even be
heard about it. It
celebrated.
would have been applauded. It
Yeah, it would have been
celebrated.
celebrated.
Right,
Correct.
but
Yeah, see?
it's not gonna be. It's not. I don't even. I mean, yo, because it's just in the game. Like that's how you grow up. You grow up trash talking, but it's only a thing because the girl was black and they won. To make it worse, Joe Biden still
yeah.
wanted to invite the losing team
Yeah, that was
That
crazy.
That was
never,
some
and
bullshit.
that
to the
never
White House.
happens.
And the
Yup.
crazy thing is that it's bad for two parts. It's bad on the fact because the girls were white. Secondly, because they're from Iowa. The biggest battleground during the election cycle is in Iowa at the Iowa caucus. So
True.
so not only
Oh.
because you were white, but also because we need that that state, and we try to look good for that caucus.
Listen. Joe Biden, the whole Biden administration. We'll talk about that later. It's all connected. It's all gonna come full circle. But yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about the political aspect of that, Trey.
Yeah, I've seen
yeah.
him talk about. I mean, I've seen somebody else said that. I forgot. I was online and somebody was saying that. Well, somebody in the comments said that, and something that I was looking.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that, honestly. I would have never made that connection.
Let's get
Now-
back to the sports side of things.
Yes, sir.
Let's get back to the sports side of things. Listen, y'all owe me an apology,
Oh,
especially you, E. You
I
owe me
did, bro. I did.
for
Hey.
saying that I was capping on my bracket.
I do. I do apologize, man. It
Oh,
was like
yeah,
it was
yeah,
like we
bro.
was on.
Yeah,
It
you
was
right, bro.
almost unbelievable for you to get for your bracket to be like that. And then tell me, did you end up winning the whole bracket?
Unfortunately, no. I picked Iowa to beat South Carolina, and I picked LSU to beat Virginia Tech. So I had the final right. I did. I picked
Okay.
the finals right, and South Carolina is a hell of a team.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
not
bro.
sure how Iowa. Well, actually, I know how Iowa beat them because South Carolina beat them up on the boards. That's all they did. They rebound. They had like the rebound numbers was like 40 something to 15 or some crazy mess like that.
It still was
But-
close though, wasn't it?
It was a close game, but I'm just talking about the total rebounds for the
Okay.
teams. They out rebound. They were just bigger. They just had a whole bunch of 6'5", 6'6", and the 167 dominator blocking everything out there. And what really shifted the game or helped Iowa take an early lead was the fact that what's the name? Aaliyah Boston, South
Yeah,
Carolina's best
Boston.
post player, was in foul trouble, so she missed
Yeah.
most of the first half. She
Okay.
came back, second half, she balled. Close game. You know, South Carolina is a beast, but that girl, Caitlin Clark, aka Steph, that's young Steph right there.
Yes,
No,
young
she a
Steph.
big-
I don't care if she a female. That's a young Steph.
Okay.
40-point
she-
triple double
Mm.
to lead her team to the championship.
Mm.
Same way
Hey.
Reese
Nice.
led her team to the championship to beat Virginia Tech. That was more of a dominating performance by LSU compared to the our South Carolina game. But that title game, before the title game, I knew what I picked on my bracket. I just had a feeling I said LSU was going to win this because LSU was bigger. They had bigger. They're going to win. They're going to win the board game. That's what I was thinking. I said they barely beat South Carolina. I don't think they can deal with another team that has the size, and they couldn't. They were outlasted. The officiating was a little crazy, a little bit, but
Yeah.
LSU made the plays they needed to make.
So
win
what
that game.
about so for the men's side, UConn, they dominated the whole tournament for real. And
Yes.
they beat San Diego State 76-59. And I didn't see the whole game, but maybe it was competitive at the beginning. But
No, it was competitive with about, I want to say 5 to 6 minutes left. San Diego State went on a run, cut the lead to 6. They cut it to 6, but they didn't have enough. They
Yeah,
didn't
that
have
was
enough in
it,
the gas
so.
tank.
UConn was the big winner in that, right? So this is especially for AG because I got the question, and for you too, T Streets. My question is, as we move to something else, is Is Russia and China great take over the world?
Hey,
That's
so
what I want to know.
so
Do
like
you want my
anybody.
rant or do you want the facts first? Which one you want first? You want the
Whatever
facts
you
or you
want
want a
to
rant?
get. I want both.
No, which one you want first?
I want you. I want. Give me the facts.
All right, go ahead, Alex.
So look, this is what it is, right? Recently, and obviously we all know that Ukraine is at war with Russia, right? So because of that, the United States of America says, hey guys, you know what? We don't appreciate what you're doing to the Ukraine. So we're going to put some things that's going to make dealing business with you difficult, right? That's how the United States does it. They don't like you. They start making things difficult for you to do business. So what does Russia do? They turn around with China. They have a great relationship with China, both communistic countries. And what they ended up doing is now they're going to be trading in Chinese currency, right? In China's currency, excuse me. Why that matters. How do we get here? You got to take a step back. And I'm going to make this real quick, nice and simple. Outsourcing. The U.S. started outsourcing manufacturing jobs because McKinsey and consultants came and said, hey, corporations, you can make that much more money if you send over the manufacturing and making over to countries like China, south of the border to Mexico, things of that nature, cheap labor, and to include the profits, right? Why that is kind of messed up is that the corporations started starving out places within the country. Prime example being the Detroit area, right? Michigan area, Detroit, places like that start taking a hit, right? Chicago, Pennsylvania, places like that start taking a hit. So what happens? Jobs are taken away from here. They go over there for the sake of higher profits for the corporations. Why that matters is that money goes into these countries so they can go into their infrastructure, so their governments, because remember, the U.S. is a capitalistic society. Mm-hmm. We care about corporations, money, and all that. It's not really government driven. Over there, the government owns everything, right? So why that matters? We're at a point now where we built up countries so they can actually compete and beat us because we sent them over with the cheap labor, right? Fast forward to where we are today in 2023. China's been making moves. They're over here giving loans over to Africa and countries in Africa, South America, and they're helping countries like Iran, like Russia, which, by the way, Russia is known for a few things, one of those being oil. And now they're trading in their currency. Another reason why that's important to know is because Saudi Arabia, Brazil, they're all wanting to do deals with China where they're dealing in that currency, not the U.S. currency. Why that matters? Did you know that now, here's the thing. There's a lot of panic to this, but let me clarify. Let me go ahead and clean it up for people so they know what it is. U.S. is still the USD is still the number one currency in the world by a lot.
Traded.
Correct. This was 70% 20 years ago. It's down to 60% now. The second, just to kind of give you context, the second most used currency that's traded is the euro at 20%. China is at a whopping 3%. But why does this matter? It does show that the United States is on a decline in a lot of things. So why it's important to know just the facts, right, is that we're quickly becoming number two. Now, when you should start to panic or when you should start really making adjustments and plotting an escape to maybe own property in other countries that is not backed by the USD, because guess what's going to happen? There's going to be a great flight from the U.S. with people with money that are used to a certain type of lifestyle, resources, or there's going to be people going to Mexico. And guess what's happening right now? There's a ton of people from the U.S. living in Mexico as we speak. You don't got to believe me. Just Google it. So there's a lot of expats. Puerto Rico, too. They're taking advantage of the tax laws there as well. That's definitely a different subject. But it kind of makes it a point to where maybe whoever's listening to this call can benefit from this and buy properties in these countries so they can start taking advantage of it when it comes available, right? Should it happen. But the reality of it is the U.S. is definitely on a decline. We've been so for a little while unless we make some changes. And I think the game changer is going to be AI. I think that's what's going to mollywop everybody because we all know the wars are no longer fought in the battlefield. They're fought in other ways. So that was my 2 cents. Any questions, class?
Also, streets.
Oh, go ahead, T Streets.
Nah, get your serious talk in, Trey. Go ahead.
Here we go. So just to add to AG's point, just for people who are listening, who are participating with Russia, China, they're called BRICS countries,
Mhm.
right? So you have Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Now, for all of them to cooperate with each other, AG, what is going to be backing?
Well, that's the thing, right? Because
What's going to be the backing?
it's going to be the Chinese yuan. That's what they're doing.
Chinese yuan.
So, but here's the thing, right? And I don't know if this is going to cut into
What about
T's
gold?
rant, but it's like, yeah, but let's be honest. Brazil is not a superpower. Neither is South Africa. Let's call it what it is. The U.S. by far is leaps and bounds ahead. But, the art of war teaches us never underestimate the opponent, never underestimate the opponent's terrain. Whenever people are clicked up like that, remember, this is generational. This has been happening for a very, very long time. We have been the bullies.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're a bully, eventually the ones that are bullied start to click up.
Yeah.
And when they click up, not so great things happen.
Point.
Couldn't have been better said by anybody. That was great. That was great. But I'm gonna quote the great Frank Sinatra in one of his classic songs. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. We are getting closer and closer to the reign of terror that the United States has put on this world to end. It's getting closer.
Yep.
It's about to be the United States of China soon. Enjoy your fake freedom, your fake democratic system while you can. The age of dictatorship is upon us. World War III is right around the corner. I have no sympathy for the United States when it comes to leadership. I don't. I really don't. They've enslaved, raped, pillaged the whole globe. I'm telling you, in the name of democracy. And I'm not even gonna go there tonight. But I'm surprised China hasn't really played their cards, out in the open sooner than this. If I were them, with all the debt that we owe to them, I would have been changed the currency system that's recognized worldwide. I would have been shifted that shit. Get America the fuck up out of here. Y'all done done enough. And I'm sorry. It sounds bad because I live in America. It's bad for me if I'm still here once everything gets in motion. It's bad for me. It's bad for everybody on this call. It's bad for everybody. But damn it, worlds get conquered. The U.S. has been the superpower for too goddamn long. It's time for a change.
And how that's going to affect people is in the pocketbook because of your currency not being worth what it used to be worth. So even basic things, prices will rise on, right? So you have gasoline. Alex, I was thinking about you today. AG, I'm bad.
What is this gasoline you speak of, sir?
AG.
What are these words?
I was thinking about you today. I was pumping gas.
What are these words?
Yo, I was pumping gas and I was thinking about you. I'm like, yo, I gotta go get me a fucking Tesla, right? You know what I mean?
I'll give you my referral code. I got you.
Because it affects every single thing. But us here, we are so hypnotized by things that are so non-important. Most people don't have no clue about what BRICS countries are. They have no clue about inflation. They just pay it. They have we are so much more transfixed on TikTok videos and Amazon deliveries and Jordans. It's just now not all of us, but too many of us. Put it like that, right? So for this news to come about, this affects our children.
Yep.
This affects us, but it's really going to affect our children and how they move, and how our children might want to just like, hey, mom, dad, I'm about to move to Portugal. I'm about to move to
Oh,
You
it's
see what I'm
happening.
saying? So
It's
yeah,
happening now. Yeah, the smart ones.
yeah, and also big business people have already been having their business funds overseas because of U.S. taxes.
Yep.
So you already have people here who do business here, but
Yep.
their money is kept in different places
Mm-hmm.
because of just like T was talking about. It's all about greed.
Yep.
It's always been about capitalism here,
Mm-hmm. But
right?
here's
Well,
a
we,
here's a
Go
different,
ahead.
right? Like I think to T's point, I didn't mean to cut you off, Trey.
No, you good, bro.
The reason why China can't do things like direct is because of our military. The one thing we have over
That's the only
everybody
thing.
is our military. Let's not take away who we are here, and that is the military. But I'm telling you, the art of war teaches you to fight without fighting. And you know, if you have an opponent that has a mighty military, what you do is you create an environment in which they are fighting within themselves. They become weak and they ask for help in their time of need. And guess who's going to be right there to do it? I'm telling you, they're going to buy it up for cheap. That's just the way it is. This is a war, and they've been plotting this for quite some time. They deal in generations. We deal in 5-year cycles.
It's
We deal
war
in
games.
quarters. We deal
It's war
exactly. We
games.
deal in instant gratification, instant, hey, we need this done now. They've been like, okay, I got you for the next 80 years. And that's how they play.
The craziest pick was the pancakes.
Yep,
That
they're
was
over
the
there making
That
pancakes.
was the illest.
Vladimir
Yeah.
Putin
And like,
and Jinping over there making pancakes together,
bro,
broing it up,
that
taking
means
shots
that
of vodka.
that means that I'm so relaxed that I'm going to
Yep.
dominate you. I want you to look at me making pancakes.
But here's the crazy
In
thing:
front of you.
the U.S. can, like, I hate to say this, and I'm not a fan of this person, but if you have people like Trump in office, you dig,
Oh,
and they out
shit.
there,
Oh,
swinging,
shit.
like, we gonna, like, they understand that there is a beef going on. Like, he might handle it different.
AG, that's
I'm not saying he's the.
Nah, bro.
I'm not saying he's
That's
the
a,
solution, but I mean,
that's
I
a
vote Democratic. I'll put it out there, but my goodness, we've been falling asleep at the wheel for too long.
that's a
So, AG,
perfect
listen,
segue though.
Hey.
before you segue, AG, so you telling me you wearing a red hat now? Make America
Hell
great
no.
again, huh?
He just
Hell
told
no.
you that. Hey,
Hell
hey,
no.
don't believe he
Kanye.
just told you that. He
He got
just
the
told you
Kanye
that.
hat. He got the
He
Kanye
He
hat.
just told you that. It
I
just
said,
told you that.
I've always voted Democrat, but let me tell you, if I look at the policies, like, look, first of all, this man disrespected my island beyond belief. You dig what I'm saying? I
Bro, he
always
was
said that when
throwing paper towels at people,
yeah,
bro.
he disrespected my Puerto Rican people, especially in our highest time of need.
Mhm.
So,
Well, let's
like,
segue into that.
yeah,
Let's segue
speak
into
to
it. Let's
to
so I'm sure most of the people listening know that
Mhm.
former President Donald
Mhm.
Trump was I guess indicted in a New York court
Mhm.
on 34 counts of falsifying business records.
Mhm.
The charges relate to $130,000 hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels.
Trey's girl.
Just before the 2016 president election. Yeah, hey, you was on in the last part or one of them
Mhm.
parts. You was on
Yeah.
it pretty hard.
I actually was not.
Yes, you were.
That's the
Stormy.
Man, with that, I don't know.
He's back.
Do y'all think that on some of the stuff I looked up, it said that these are not felony charges, or are they? And like, even if he gets found guilty, I don't know if much will happen to him. But maybe, I don't know if they're just trying to hold him out of running for office again, or what you think it is. Like, you think they're going to keep going at him until they can get something to lock him up, or is this just to prevent him from running for office again?
Yes to everything.
Yes to everything.
Yeah,
And
they're going to throw anything and see what sticks.
And how about your man? Threatening the judge and putting pictures of the judge's family?
Who did that?
Trump.
Bro,
people,
Trump is
bro.
a drill rapper.
Gangster.
Trump is a drill rapper.
Bro. How about
He's a drill
that?
rapper dressed like a politician.
How about that part where he threatened the prosecutor? The prosecutor has 17 security guys around him.
Mm-hmm.
He can't walk around without 17 security guys around him because of Trump's threats.
Trump is a drill rapper.
What is the chance of Trump actually doing jail time? Zero, right?
None.
Right,
Yeah,
zero.
I think
Especially with these
yeah.
charges, it ain't gonna be.
I think this is just to, you know what Trump is doing that's smart though? He's taking this and using this to get approval, to get free screen time, because that's what it's
Great
all about.
promotion.
And
Free
the
promotion. He
words
did this
of
for last time.
in the words of one of the GOATs, Jadakiss.
Hey.
Only thing worse than a coward is a coward with power.
Mm-hmm.
And money.
And a coward with power.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's the biggest, bro. I studied this guy since the 80s.
100.
Everything. And yo, you know a lot of these people that's in these trailer parks that'll die for him. You know he don't give two shits about you
At all.
He don't give two shits about you at all, and you gonna die for this dude. This dude has been scum. Where you not, I don't even care about the racism part. You have white big businessmen that laugh at him. That's been laughing at him. He's been spoon-fed his whole entire life. He wasn't even supposed to be the brother. His older brother was supposed to
be the man. Yep.
But because he actually had a soul, his father gave it to Donald. Right? This dude is so corny, bro. And his sons, and I believe Omarosa. She was like, "Yo, you think he's something? His sons is worse than him."
Yep.
So bruh, I can't. No, I don't need this dude representing me anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I understand that we under this corruption umbrella called the U.S. that's been this way. But I'll never vote for this guy, bro. Never in my life. I'll just move to a different country. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if I gotta keep if that's my hope, then this is not the right spot.
Bro, let me tell you, he's gonna win the election. Not that I'm voting for him. He's gonna win. Like me and T been talking about.
Oh, you think if he run, you think he got
me
it?
And come on now. Like, okay, let's break it down. Inflation.
But there's other Republicans.
DeSantis, he got Marty Bob Iger at Disney.
DeSantis is his little kid.
Yeah, he's his little man. That's his little man's.
You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
all it is.
He talked about DeSantis' kids, and once he beat DeSantis, what was it in Florida? DeSantis started kissing his hand.
Yep.
But this man was just talking. This man was just talking about your children, bro.
Yep. And then you're over there doing that.
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like,
you know what that is? Hold on. You know what that is? That's beta male tendencies.
Hey, yo, AG about to get the shirt. AG got the shirt coming soon. Beta
I'm
male.
partnering with you know ya.
Partner with you know ya.
Hey, look. Every episode, AG gonna point out who a beta male.
That's the segment.
It is what it is.
AT.
There you
gotta
go.
have a beta male segment.
They got a donkey of the day. I'm gonna say that the beta male of the week.
Beta male of the week.
Hey, dude, has anybody bought a blue check? Purchase a blue check for Instagram?
Hell no.
AG got that joint. AG got two of the joints.
Hey, look.
Hey, man.
So Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk. I think he purchased? Was it
Twitter?
Is it Twitter?
Yeah, he bought Twitter.
Yeah, he got Twitter.
And so how does that coincide with Instagram? He owns both?
No, he just owns Twitter.
Okay, well then,
or Meta owns Instagram.
Okay, well, whoever the owner is of, I guess it is Twitter, but I guess Twitter and Instagram. I'm not positive, but what I do know is
started the blue check though.
I don't know.
I think
that's a
Twitter,
good question.
Though, right?
I think
Twitter started it.
Twitter used to be the dope ass platform, man. My goodness.
Go ahead,
R.I.P.
My bad.
Well, for those who don't know, blue checks were usually given to celebrities. And the only way you can have a blue check, unless I guess you do something underground or whatever like that, pay behind the scenes, is you had to be a celebrity, have a certain amount of followers. But now you can actually buy a blue check. And Instagram sold 44, I guess is million or something like that, blue checks in one day.
Crazy.
For $15 a check. And that's 660 million that was made just because people wanted to buy a blue check.
So stupid.
My whole thing is like, what is a blue check going to do for you if you don't have the followers or the following? Buying a blue check does. I don't understand.
Validation, bro. We're dealing with people that want likes and to feel like they're special when they're not. It's just
Yeah.
validation.
But you're gonna be able to tell if you look at somebody's, you know what I'm saying?
Soon as you go to their
follower
page.
account and
Yeah.
their page, like
But guess
that
what?
check means
Instagram
nothing.
Instagram don't care. They're trying to get their money up.
Well, yeah, of course.
They
You know what I
doing
mean?
it.
I'm gonna sell you that fentanyl. You can buy all the fentanyl you want. We got it for cheap.
So it's like I'm an influencer because I got a check. You know how much did they pay for the check? For the blue check?
It's $15. I think it's $15.
$15?
No, a month.
Yeah.
It's a monthly fee.
Oh, it's a monthly
Oh, my
fee.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now LeBron
That's
James
worse.
said, LeBron James said that basically like they could have it. Like he's not paying $15 a month. He just loses blue check. That's what he
I
said.
mean,
You don't need
Oh, hold on. They're gonna make people lose it that already have it?
yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta start
if you don't
paying.
pay, yeah.
That sounds like
Yeah,
extortion to me.
Yeah, but that's what Elon Musk is doing too with Twitter. Who was talking about he had like 200,000? Tony Rock. Tony Rock was saying he had hundreds of thousands of followers that he lost as soon as Elon was like, yeah, you gotta do this and do this. So he started off from zero. He started off from 0 followers.
How did he lose? What you mean? How did he lose?
Because whatever the rules were, like say you had 300,000 followers, right?
That's
So
extortion.
I can actually send you the interview where he was talking about it. So he was like, as soon as Elon started this new procedure that if you don't do this by this date, you got to pay this, whatever, you'll lose your followers. So I guess he didn't understand that, and so he lost his followers because he didn't do something by a deadline. The interview is actually on Big Boy's Neighborhood when he's talking about how he lost like 200,000 followers with the Twitter. So it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man,
so he had to start all over with his followers.
It sounds to me that somebody can come out with an app. I don't know, maybe make it exclusive. Instead of making it open source, open to any Yahoo can jump in, maybe the exclusive people can have private conversations. Don't feel like they got to censor themselves. And guess what? You don't have to pay for shit. I think that would be dope. Make it like a Soho House or something like that.
Yeah.
Make it exclusive.
How do you get into that though?
So how do you
Hey,
monetize?
What do you mean?
Oh,
How
we
do
can
you-
do. Look, we can
how
talk.
do you
I'm not going to give
monetize?
free game. I will not give free game. I've given too much information.
No,
Okay,
I mean,
no,
what's the
I
benefit
mean-
of that? For
The
like
benefit of that is that you gotta stop letting corny people into the room. The same way
That's-
that any idiot can
That's
buy,
impossible.
it can look like a mannequin by buying what another person's wearing. We need to start making shit for ourselves and exclusive, because it's when we let the others in there that fucks it up. You got to stop fucking with the purity just for some money. And there's always ways to monetize it. I promise you. And it doesn't have to be millions and millions. You can make money off 100,000 people. We've been taught that over and over again. Look at independent artists like Larry June, Nipsey Hussle, that did it. If you look at exclusivity, niche products that are sold at a certain price point, you can definitely benefit. I'm telling you, people will be willing to pay $5 a month for an app so they can keep the riffraff out. Keep these little corny bammers out. Let them have their Instagrams and Twitters. We have this.
True.
Speaking of
promise you.
exclusivity,
Hey.
I was in Bethesda today. This is a true story. Okay, if you guys don't believe, see, first of all,
Wow.
when dudes start laughing at me, that they already don't believe what you about to say. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm in Bethesda. I'm in Bethesda. Everybody relax. I'm in Bethesda today, right? I'm looking fantastic.
As you should.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm in a certain establishment. A beautiful young lady is, she's helping me with what I'm there in the business for, right? So she sees my shirt. I swear to you, she says to me, "You know ya?" I said, "Yes, you know ya." She said, "This is a true story." You don't believe me? I could call. We could get the girl on the phone. She
How
says,
do you get her number?
She
You
said,
booked her?
No,
Uh-huh.
of course not.
Let my
I
man
know
finish
the
the
place.
story.
I know
Come on, man. That sounds interesting.
I'm telling you, I could get the information. She says, "You know ya?" I said, "Yeah." First of all, I was tripping off the fact that she said the name
Correctly, yeah.
Right.
perfectly, right?
Yeah.
So
Branding.
I was like, "Yeah." So she told me, so she like motioned to me to like turn around. So I turned around. She read the back of the shirt. So then she says, "I like that shirt." I said, "Yeah, my man makes these shirts. Yo, AG, you think I'm playing? I would tell you to call the girl
I
tomorrow.
don't know, Slim.
So,
This was a
yo,
little
hey,
fishy,
AG,
Keep
bro.
going.
hey,
Keep
no,
going.
no.
Let
Hey,
him cook. Let
we
him
gonna
cook.
get
I
on
like
a
Yeah, keep
conference call.
going.
I'm gonna
Keep
call the girl
going.
tomorrow. Watch. So
Okay.
boom. So she's like, turn around. So I turn around. She read the back of the shirt. So she was like, oh, she was like, who's that for? She said, who's that for? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, it's for me. It's like an expression. It's like a term. She's like, oh, who makes it? Where did you get this shirt? I said, my man makes it. She's like, oh, okay. Right now, mind you, it was other people that was, you know what I mean? It was like a facility where you got to go get tests or whatever, right? Boom,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I come out, so she's literally transfixed with the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yo, if you like the shirt, you know what I mean? She's like, okay, now it's people behind, but I'm just trying to tell you that you talked
Exclusivity,
about
bro.
exclusivity.
Yep.
Exclusivity. She's never seen seen that name, and she was
There it is.
So
I tell you.
that's the add on to your point about the exclusivity. This has happened actually today, and actually, and before I text you, it happened when I was texting you. It happened during that same time when I was texting you, but it happened after I texted you.
See?
You see what I'm saying?
Hey, but
Yeah,
listen,
bro.
that goes back to this, and I need to make that point.
Exclusivity.
Exclusivity. Stop trying to cater to everybody and just cater to the right people. Keep things fly.
Absolutely,
keep it
bro.
pure.
That's a
And
good
on
point.
that note, I'm going to pass it off to my brother Ed, who's going to take over for me. I'm going to tap him in, you know what I mean? Tag him into today. You know what I mean? I gotta head out.
He has to watch the last episode of The Last of Us.
Hey, listen, this is The Last of Us. The Last of Us. That was an interesting show.
How fitting?
Interesting
How
show.
fitting, right, T?
How fitting.
The
Hey,
Last of Us.
let me tell you, let me spoil the end. It ain't good and it ain't bad. All right, brothers.
bro.
I'll see y'all later.
Family,
God
That's
bless.
just good. Hey,
Get
so
on
look,
family, bro.
so when we were talking about the blue checks, right? How you can pay now to be verified. That makes me think about people wanting attention, and everybody like a little attention, but it's almost making people feel like you can buy attention, which makes me segue into a story, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all, now this rapper is really not that known. He's from San Antonio, and his name is BTB Savage, right? BTB Savage was killed in Houston in a very high-end area last week, I believe, or it was earlier this week. And it was really unfortunate, but it goes back to wanting attention and seeking attention, right? And he actually, what happened was he did a Vlad TV interview. It may have been coincidental or not. Vlad TV is a platform where artists and actors get on this platform and they do interviews. In the interview, he explained a situation where someone tried to rob him, or they broke into his house. Somehow they got into a tussle, and his girlfriend ended up killing the guy who came in there, or shot him. And he was BTB Savage was basically saying that when the dude got shot, BTB Savage was walking past him, and the guy was like, "Man, can you call the police? Not call the police. Can you help me?" And BTB Savage said he told him, "Man, I ain't helping you. You just broke in here." The guy passed away in the apartment. After the guy passed away, I guess the police came. They take the body away. BTB Savage took pictures with the blood around and everything. You know, basically like stunting in the picture, but the background of the picture was the crime scene. He posted that on Instagram. He did an interview and he talked about it. The very next day, he went to Houston. He was with some people, and now I'm reading more into it. It seemed like it was kind of a setup. I don't really know the reason that he got killed, and it could be coincidental. But long story short, he got killed the very next day. And that was really unfortunate. Now, I don't know if he's a drill rapper, but Trey, what you know anything about BTB Savage?
Nah, no, so this is the thing, and then I want Ed to jump in. So when you sent that link, when I looked at it and I read the whole story, not only did I read the story, but I read the comments, right? And so people knew enough about him, but when you look at something like that, and the crazy part is, bro, all these young men are like, most of them are like 20 and like under. It's like, it's crazy young ages, right? So when you showed me the pic, I just got done watching, I told you, about 4 or 5 hours of like drill rap, like beef videos.
All right,
And
so
yo,
now, so
go ahead,
I
go
don't want
ahead,
to
go
cut
ahead,
you
bro.
off, right?
Go ahead, go ahead.
So everybody listens, that's listening may not know what drill music is, right?
Yeah.
And so this came from a website called it's called masterclass.com.
Mm-hmm.
And so it says, and I'm just gonna give a little background, and Ed, you can correct me because they may have it wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it says, what is drill music? It says drill music is a subgenre of hip hop that originated in Chicago South Side area in the early 2010s. The subgenre is strongly influenced by trap music, another subgenre of hip hop that emerged from Atlanta. That's what drill music is. It says drill music moved around in the 2010s, and it's saying that Chief Keef, I Don't Like, was, I guess, basically the biggest, was what broke drill music to be
Started it.
right,
Yeah.
worldwide or whatever like that, right? Do you agree, Ed?
I don't know about that Atlanta part. I don't know how that. I mean, I don't know why they threw trap music in there, but
You're right.
pretty much all of that is like drill. It came from Chicago. Chief Keef is like the person who really put it on the map, and it's basically about just who can diss each other the hardest. Like not just dissing, but like these old young guys are like a real street beef. You know what I mean? It's a certain sound, not just getting on any type of beat, like certain type of beats, but it's just really violent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the energy was just crazy. So yeah, that definition is almost pretty on point.
Now I know, Trey, you were really you said that when you was looking up some of the drill music videos and artists and stuff like that you were really having an issue with it. What was your issue?
Bruh, my issue is that a lot of these young brothers, man, are like, they are wasting away, dog. They are wasting away like right in front of us. And it's scary that it's like you can't quote unquote say drill and do a video if you didn't actually do the crime. That's the craziest thing about it. Like these dudes in the videos that I actually posted, these dudes are not only doing the crime, but they're mocking the actual crime scenes. Just like you just said with BTB Savage, right? Yo, you had the dudes with they're wearing like shirts with like the victim's face on it. One little kid was killed. He 14 or 12. His killer is rapping with the Bibby jersey on. His name was Bibby, smoking on Tukey. You killed the kid named Tukey. Yo, they actually, it's so out of control. And if I'm from these areas where it's nothing. Schools are crazy. Schools is terrible. No parents, no guidance. And it's already bad. But I'm gonna get rewarded. I'm gonna be on TV. I'm gonna get this deal by just acting out what's in my environment. And then what's happening is, who's profiting? Who profits from these young men going to prison or just blowing each other's heads off? So it's so crazy. And so Eric Adams, the New York City mayor, he just had a meeting like a month ago with Mano, right? Because he was talking about just banning the music, period. Just banning it, just outlawing it. Like basically no videos, no social media. It's against the law. So Mano, what's his name? Fivio Foreign.
Fabio
Foreign. You can tell I'm old, right?
Sound like a
So they had a big meeting with the mayor because the mayor's like, the meeting went well, but people are still getting their heads blown off. People was getting their heads blown off before that. Yeah. I get it. But when you getting monetized and you getting like 300,000 views and you talking about another dude who looked just like you that you just killed, but as soon as you put somebody white in there, you shoot somebody white daughter, you shoot somebody Jewish cousin, it's a whole different thing. One of those videos was about the drill rap scene in Orlando, right? Where everything was fine until they shot up the mall. Until they shot up the mall. When they shot the mall up, Florida has their own version of the FBI. They called them in, and then they started locking people up. As soon as you start messing with their money, it's a problem. But Black Death is cool because that's what y'all niggas do anyway. But as soon as you start involving that here, then we got a problem. Go ahead.
I'm gonna give my take on drill music, and then I want Ed to elaborate because we all listen to a lot of music, but he listens to a variety. He know the artists, the beefs, and everything. So first, I'm gonna say that when I'm looking on TikTok, sometimes they'll have like artists come up, and I guess a lot of people on TikTok, they know the beefs, and they'll post all of like the people from Chicago who passed away. And it's like crucial. And I'm just like, damn, like it's picture after picture after picture. So I'm going to say this, right? Gangster rap and drill music. I think I touched on this before. Gangster rap did rap about the same type of things, but I don't know if actually the crimes were committed that they were rapping about. And if they were, they kind of did it in a more of an artful format.
That's a great point.
With the drill music, it's more of a chant. And the chant is of what they actually done. And I think that power is in the tongue. And if you go and kill someone and then you chant about it, because that's essentially what you're doing, and then that chant gets out to the world, you're actually speaking death on yourself. And I think that that's part of the cycle. What you put out into the world is what you get back. If you mock someone that you killed, I don't understand how that's going to come back to you in some form or format, right? But I want to ask Ed because he listens to the music. Do you like, my question is, I know you know about like the background of drill music and stuff, but it's still, I want to give the other side. Do you feel like that music is enjoyable?
So I'll say, I mean, for me, I've enjoyed some of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I've said before, like there's some drill artists who, in the midst of what they're saying, I can tell that they have real skill. And then like some of these drill rappers have transcended into being just rappers. Like G Herbo started out as drill. You know what I'm saying?
I got a lot of respect for G Herbo. Yeah,
he's not even considered drill anymore. Point. He's like a real rapper. Like Dirk has, even though he takes his shots at his enemies or ops, he has crossover ability. He can make a song about anything. Chief Keef, like he started out with that, but he can just make songs. He had his own following. You know what I'm saying? He's out in Cali now. Like a lot of those artists, a lot of the drill artists, I can see some of the talent and how they make different. They can make different music. Now, even as a person who's enjoyed some of it, just me being human, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I listen to gangster rap, but this was a little something different. Like some of it is just like I'm like too much. You know what I mean? Like it was just sad watching it and listening to it. And then when I go into the background of it, a lot of these kids don't. It's just I'm not making an excuse. A lot of it is because of the upbringing and the choices they made, the direction, and a lot of them don't even know any better. You know what I mean? Like when I started seeing the guys that were successful and when they got some money and they got some success and they got a chance to move away from their environment, they weren't even on that anymore. You know what I'm saying? They got to see on different places and just now they got girlfriends and they just getting into these businesses, man. When you get that type of, when you like see life in a different light, a lot of that anger, what am I beefing with you for? When you take them out of that neighborhood. And then the sad part about it is when I'm sitting back watching some of these videos like FBG Duck, like the guy was
I watched that one.
He had a chance to leave. You know what I'm saying? He was so tied to Chicago and his family, his neighborhood. Yeah. And that man was getting big and he got shot broad day. I'm just looking at the video like what it's sad to me though. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't even get to, man, you leaving kids behind, your family, and then like when you listen to their brothers and the mother talk, it's just like it's a sad story. So
but to add to what Ed is saying though, right? So it's like the the environment, the self-hatred, the guy
Mm-hmm.
that he's talking about, what did he sign, a $2 million deal?
Something
I think.
like
Right.
that was a rumor.
Okay. Right. So boom. So that's a ledger, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the side of the part of Chicago that he was in is like what, Ed, compared to like what? Tyson's Corner,
Where he was
something.
at, yeah, it was
Yeah.
like Tyson's or you know what I'm
So
saying?
it was a very, very rich area, right? Where you go shop Gucci, Louis, whatever. They shot this dude down like they
Yeah.
shot this dude with a machine gun and
Mhm.
in broad daylight. They got him.
Mhm.
So it's just like, yo, and you want to know why he was there? He was there to buy clothes for his son's birthday,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
it's just like, yo, it follows you. But when you look at his videos, his beef videos, he's talking that talk like, yo,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is what I did. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? And so it's just so crazy where a lot of these rappers are, you know what, forget about the rappers, because it's the environment, right? So a lot of these men and women who come from these environments that make it out, most of them never come back there. Most of them never, and I'm
Mhm.
speaking, I'm speaking just in general. Where if you're from this neighborhood and you come back, you're a symbol for me that it's an end to this. But so much happens where all my options are a fucking basketball, a
Mhm.
football, drugs, or rap, right? So
Mhm.
my options are extremely slim. But what triggers me is the fact that the environment and people that I grew up around at a very young age were doing these things, but it was not on this freaking level, bro. This level, this is a different,
That's
this is
OD
a
right now.
different, this is OD, this is a different level. These, you got cousins beefing. You
Yeah.
got cousins,
Yeah.
you got cousins mocking. Yo, tell them, bro.
Yo.
You got cousins mocking their cousin's death.
Yeah.
And these niggas they do it on IG live. They
Stupid.
do it live. So when we see Rico indictments where we locking up 20 of y'all at one time, because we seen all y'all dummies on the live.
Right.
We
Right.
just seen y'all. You making it easy for me. That's why the Atlanta mayor, the female,
Oh
she's
yeah.
like, yo,
She ain't
she's like,
playing.
yo, I'm not playing with none of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm
She
not
ain't.
playing with none of y'all, bro. But a lot of it is because a lot of us are not taking the responsibility of coming back and showing these young people from the same neighborhoods that we from, war torn, whatever. We're not showing these young men and women like, yo, you know you could be doing something else. You know you could be doing something else. You know the schools is crazy. A lot of time it's just about time. I've been coaching young boy sports, bro, for like 10 years. I didn't know what the heck I was doing at first, but once I got the connection with these young men who at the age of 8 and 9, you got drug dealers trying to get them to sell drugs. They coming and telling us about it. We the only positive male figures that these kids have.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. I have two sons. At the age of 9, 10, 11, I say about 12, I was in a position where I felt that my options were so slim that one night I thought about, damn, I might have to do this just to make money to support my family. I had that thought inside of my brain. Thank God I didn't actually go through with it. But what about kids that go through with it because they're misguided? And then you show me, oh damn, if I could monetize off of shooting this nigga, if I could monetize off of doing it, I'ma do that.
Yeah.
I'm already at the bottom. So
Yeah.
the way that you can monetize from this is making it worse.
It's like
making
a gift
it
and
worse.
it's like a gift and a curse. I'll say real quick, I remember. So I used to be around a certain artist.
Right.
I become an artist. Well, just an artist from around the way who was tied to Fat Trel, who people listen. If you don't know, this is a DC, one of the younger DC rappers who had some fame around here. And this was like back in 2012 when like Chief Keef first came out. I remember I got to witness like we met Chief Keef, like he was coming to, it was like some big show out here. So he came to like Fat Trail's, like his trap house at the time, this certain hood or whatever. And I was sitting, it was like 40 to 50 guys outside, like just waiting for Chief to come. You know what I mean? I'm just sitting, I'm older than him. I'm sitting back just watching, like, this is crazy. Because I'm thinking at first about the rap aspect. I have never seen something like this before, because Chief is like getting big. So I watch him pull up, and he has like Chief Keef, it's Fredo, it's SD, all these guys from Chicago in that Glory camp, and they getting off out the van, and I'm watching these young guys from Chicago meet these other guys from DC, and it was like they just started hugging each other, dapping each other up, started talking about sneakers. They started rolling up, doing this. I'm just sitting back here watching, and it's like they're from two different states, but it was like they kind of knew each other, but they didn't, because they had so much in common. And then they're just getting to know each other. Then, like, within 20 minutes, they start shooting a video, which is like a video, some Russian roulette video that Chief and Fat Trail had released or whatever. But in the midst of the negativity and the lifestyle and all that, the one thing about rap that I do like, that the gift part, is somebody, like, when I'm just looking at Chief Keef and just watching that time, it took him out of his environment. Like, he was just, this is when he was on Instagram. He just, like, every week he's at a different place, different state. This is his first time getting out, leaving Chicago, man. It's
being able to see
life.
the world.
And he was one of the smart ones. Like, Chief is, roommate, he's not even supposed to really be in Chicago like that, you know what I'm saying, for years, because of, his opposition and the cops. So he said that, I want to go back to Chicago, but I can't. People was like clowning him, talking about, you a sucker, you weak, you scared. But he's actually smart. He would say he was dumb. He's not really dumb. He's smart. He stayed in Cali. Yeah. He's not even like, he don't have to make music if he doesn't want to. He's just in Cali just living. The sad part and the curse about it is some of these guys, they were so, because a lot of this is gang culture. Yeah, and they get a rush from, they were making songs just to diss they op, and it cost them their lives. So they didn't even get to see the part of them, moving out of the neighborhood, right, getting this success, making changing their mind state. They actually got killed making a diss song. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the sad part. And on top of that, innocent people just getting killed in the mix. And you got families, mothers and fathers and cousins, just family members losing family members over the music. So that's just the crazy part of it.
And the sad part is that we become so numb to it.
Yeah, true.
Go ahead.
I didn't even know. I didn't even ask T. Do you even listen to drill music, or is that like a genre that, you know what I mean? Like, I know you listen to a variety of music. I just didn't know, is that part of on your playlist?
Yeah, I listen to it here and there. It's not something that I go to on a regular, but when I first started hearing about drill music, I don't know if I had a conversation with Junior or if it was Blackjack, but I was trying to figure out what this smoking on the Tucci pack or something at the time. I didn't understand it. Crazy, I thought it was a new strain of weed.
Crazy.
When I got that understanding, I sounded like the old guy. I was like, what is this? This is disrespectful. Yeah. This is just bad. I sounded like the old guy. And I held that stance for a few years until I heard the song "Who I Smoke," and then I was like, "Oh man,
hey, look, that sound crazy. Who I smoke? Like what?
Oh, yo.
Hey, but I ain't even trying.
I wouldn't even listen to that song. T, that's crazy. Like out of all the stuff I listened to, I would not listen. I said, this is crazy.
Hey, the crazy shit. Hey, let me tell you the crazy shit. You see how y'all just laughed at that?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that's somebody's son that got murdered. But no. But but what I'm saying is that that's the numbness that a lot of the 13, 14-year-old people, they don't even feel that shit.
Nah.
They don't even feel that shit. Because just like you were saying, Ed, like earlier, like this has been the whole environment. Like my whole environment, like one young dude was saying, he was like 10, 11. He was like literally like 10, 11. He was like, yo, I've been doing this since I was like 10, 11. He was like, he was anticipating his close friends dying. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in like in his brain. It wasn't no. Think about what I'm saying. Like it was no school. He wasn't thinking about college. He wasn't thinking about being a doctor. In his brain, he's thinking about, okay, these dudes is gonna kill these dudes. So let me try to get the best out of what I can get until that happens. And that means doing whatever I gotta do to make money, protect myself, whatever. That's all it's about. All these videos that I watch, bro, all these dudes was like 21 and under. All of them. If you 25 and you doing drill, I'm surprised. You see what I'm saying?
It is like that. I'm gonna keep it music. I guess it's not music, but I'm going to I guess keep it entertainment, right? Yeah. And so on previous pods, we spoke about Complex. Was it Complex? No, that was Vibe and Billboard. So I'm tripping. God. That was Vibe and Billboard, right?
Hey,
so
hey,
now
get your boy, get your boy.
Hey, look.
Hey,
so look.
This one in.
Hey, look. Hey, look. So look. So Complex came up with this list, right? You know, these publications love these lists, right? But this is a little different because this list is the hip hop media power ranking, right? And so it says who has the most power in hip hop media, from rappers to radio hosts to YouTubers to Twitch streamers and everyone in between. Here is our inaugural power ranking of hip hop media personalities. Now, me looking, they got a lot of pictures of a lot of people I know. And I'm gonna keep it real. It's a lot of people I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is so they got the 25, right? And so they got 25, right? They got 25 down to 1. I'm gonna start with 25, and I'm just name them. I don't know a lot of them, and I don't want to just go into. I don't want to read each person's bio. So if people know them, you know them. If you don't, you don't, right? So number 25 is this little girl named Jazzy. I never heard of her, and I don't know who she is, but she was featured on Jazzy's World TV. She's known for being a precious kid interviewing global. Oh, I do know she is. Seen her before. Yeah, she interviewed global music stars, right? So that's her. 24 is another female. Her name is Nala Simone. Nala Simone has been featured on The Breakfast Club, Rotation Roundtable. She's known for being Charlamagne's protege and an emerging media talent. Number 20
from the DMV.
Oh, from DMV. Okay, bet. Like number what's 23. Her name is Nala Simone, right? Number 23 is my dog. I'm saying like I know him, but I don't. But Sway Calloway. Sway has been featured on Sway in the Morning on Sirius XM. I love Sway, man. He's known for lighthearted hip hop interviews. Lyrical Miracle freestyle sessions, his signature head wrap. Yeah, he never take that joint off. I don't know if he got a bald head, dreads, or what. But he number 23, right? Number 22 is Nardwuar. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Nardwuar been doing it for a long time.
And he's been featured on Nardwuar Serviette. I guess that's how you pronounce it. And he's known for ridiculously research questions and I can't pronounce it well. I'm not even going to embarrass myself. But he's known for ridiculously researched questions, and I guess he's like an interviewer. And they say he's very silly, basically, when he interviews people. I do know who he is. He definitely looks familiar. He's number 22, right? Number 21 is Anthony Fantano. And he's featured on The Needle Drop. He's known for in-depth YouTube reviews and snarky but informed commentary. He looking familiar, but not really. He's number 21. Now, we all know number 20.
I don't like her.
For our particular reasons.
And, who you talking about, bro?
And that's Nadeska Alexis, right?
Nadeska Alexis.
And so Nadeska was featured on the Nadeska Show, R&B, Now Radio, and Rap Life Review. She's known for textbook moderating skills, being name dropped by 21 Savage on Jimmy Cooks. That's not a lot to be known for, but I do know who she is. Nadeska. She does the Complex interviews, or at least she did. Number 19, Adam 22. Adam 22 is featured on No Jumper, which is a podcast. I think he also used to be like a porn dude.
Yeah.
He's known for putting
I
young
seen him on
rappers.
Math.
He's known for putting young rappers on early, creating controversy on and off the air. That's Adam 22. Number 18 is Big Boy. That's my dog too. He's featured on Big Boy TV, known for comedic timing and energetic interviews. I mess with Big Boy, right? Number 17 is Brandon Jinx Jenkins. And I guess he must be on here just because he worked for Complex, maybe. He's featured on I ain't trying to go on him like that, but he's featured on the Rap Caviar podcast. He's known for knowledgeable hip-hop commentary and journalistic integrity. Then we have number 16, Peter Rosenberg. Okay. Peter Rosenberg. He's featured on Ebro in the Morning, Hot 97. He's known for being an unapologetic rap nerd and lover of real hip hop. I ain't gonna get too much into him. He cool. We get something weird. He get on my nerves a little bit.
Can't do it.
Why y'all hating on Pete?
My goddamn joint refresh. Now we on number. They got all these ads popping up. Number 15, Funk Master Flex. He's featured on the Hot 97 radio show, known for bombastic rap commentary and even louder.
You don't know what that is.
Hey, T, try to go on me. Okay, you got me back for doubting your bracket. You got me. All right, that's Funk Master Flex. He's number 15. Number 14.
I can't stand this one.
Now, number 14, I love me some Angela Yee.
Ew, man.
Angela Yee is number 14. She's featured on The Breakfast Club, formerly Angela Yee.
Why you like her, E?
No, and it's not because I'm attracted to her, because she's okay to me.
Nah.
But no, because I know this where you're going. But I think
you
that
like the lip service. You like the lip service?
I don't really watch lip service. You ain't gonna get me in trouble. But what I will say is that I like Angela Yee. You know what I'm saying? And she's known for The Breakfast Club. She's definitely super known. She's known for being a prolific host who is also a great team player.
Prolific.
Number 13.
Prolific.
Number 13 is Ebro. I'm not a fan of Ebro.
Terrible.
My man, Ebro.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
You don't like him?
Dude is the wackest dude.
He's
on the
okay.
face
It's
of
something about him. I seem like I don't know. It seemed like I feel like that if he interviewed me, I would end up. We would get into it. I don't know that. But
I don't like that Kodak Black interview.
It feel like it though.
Anybody see the interview with him and Fat Joe when he was on Fat Joe's show and Fat Joe went on him?
So,
oh man,
I didn't. But Ebro is Ebro in the Morning, the Ebro Show, Rap Life Radio, Rap Life Review, and The Message. He's known for being unafraid to share dissenting opinions, or calling out artists if necessary. Yeah, maybe that's what I don't like about him. Number 12 is Angie Martinez. Yeah, she's classic. Angie Martinez is classic. She's definitely a legend, hands down. She's featured on Angie Martinez in real life, the Angie Martinez Show on New York Power 105. She moved from Hot 97 to 105.1. And she's known for exploring the vulnerable side of celebrities. Okay. Then we got Jason Lee. Now, Jason Lee, I like Jason Lee, and I think I ended up getting to know his background from a Vlad TV interview, and I kind of became a fan of Jason Lee. Jason Lee is featured on Hollywood Unlocked with Jason Lee, The Jason Lee Show. He's known for his humorous and direct commentary on pop culture, insider info, and fun interviews with A-list celebrities, right? Number 10, which I'm proud of, man, because I love to see people on the come up who come from different backgrounds and can switch their career. I love it. Mav Hoffa. He's featured on My Expert Opinion. He's known for being a formal battle rapper turned hip-hop correspondent who interviews people in the barbershop. I love it. Love it. I just love when people can transcend their career, man. I think that's hard to do, and if you can be successful at it, that's dope. Number 9, DJ Vlad. I watch Vlad. You know the crazy part? I watch Vlad almost every day. I can't lie, bro. I do, right?
Me too.
He's known for Vlad TV. He's featured on Vlad TV, which is his own platform. He's known for controversial guests and outlandish sound bites. Number 8, and I think I promised, though, we was on U Street one day and we walked past him, bro. He walked past us. Yes, dog.
Did you hear him laugh? Because he has the worst.
He didn't. He was just to himself. Number 8 is Elliott Wilson. Elliott Wilson is featured on Rap Radar podcast, and it says Thorough. I'm not sure what that is. He's known for conversations with rap legends before, during, and after their primes. Would y'all consider him kind of a legend? Is he a legend?
I don't know.
Elliott Wilson.
He's from the Source, or
he's been around.
He's been around. I won't call him a legend, but he's been around.
I like him.
Number 7 is Carisha.
He got punched in the face, though. He got punched in the face. Elliott Wilson got punched in the face by what's her name from Wu-Tang Clan back in the day. So yeah, he's a legend
because he got hands put on him. Okay, so number 7 is
punched in the face by Inspector Deck.
Number 7 is Carisha from the City Girls, and she's featured on Carisha Please, which actually just started, so I don't understand how she's.
It's called
number 7. It's called something.
It's to
be number 7 is crazy to me. Yeah, but okay, known for bringing the smoke to musical and celebrity guests on her Revolt TV show that only has probably about 5 episodes. But all right,
I know that's the Diddy effect, bro.
Number 6.
I never heard of.
Number 6 is it's Kai Cenat. I have no clue who he is, but maybe Ed knows.
He's popular on YouTube. He's real popular.
Okay, so he's featured on
4.8 billion followers, bro.
The Kai Cenat on Twitch, and he's known for high energy content and ridiculous skits. I never seen nothing. Maybe I'm.
Yeah, 3.5.
You wouldn't be interested for real.
Okay. Yeah. Number 5. So we in the top 5 now. All right. Okay. So number 5 is Nori. I'm not a big fan of Drink Champs. I never watched the episode all the way through. I do respect the hustle. I do respect the hustle. It's something about how Nori interviews and how he interrupts his guests. And I told y'all, I think that DJ, what's his partner name? I think FF is so not needing the relevant.
I like him now, though.
I'm just being honest, man. I can't take it, man. I'm gonna give it another shot, though. I'm gonna give it another shot.
Better, bro. I gotta watch the one with Chuck D. I definitely gotta watch the one with Chuck D.
So Nori.
Oh yeah, great episode.
So Nori is known for featured on Drink Champs, which is his platform, and DJ Effin. They known for drinking, smoking, laughing with hip hop legends, right? He's number 5. Yes, sir.
Hey, so not to cut you off, bro. You're doing a fantastic job, bro, as usual. But this is what some of us with Nori, bro. Seeing him come from where he came from, like listening to TONY, bro. Just seeing where he like me, Ed T.
I get it.
Like, bro, seeing where this dude was a psychopath. To see him do this, but hold on. But I understand where you coming from, because I'd be like, yo, I can't watch all this shit on some episode. But to see where he came from to be, to do what he's doing now, bro, that's
proud of it. I think that part is dope.
I'm proud of Nori,
I think that
bro.
part is dope. Right? So
yeah, because he was definitely the shooter.
He was definitely the shooter. Definitely.
Allegedly. So I'm almost finished.
Definitely allegedly.
I'm almost finished the list. I'm at number 4, Gillian Wallow. I've watched a pod from day one. Now, this is what I'm gonna say about them. I'm not really a pod watcher, though we do a pod. But Gillian Wallow, I watched their episode from 1, and then it kind of changed up. But I was looking at their pod from the beginning. And they come up is really dope, in my opinion. I ain't gonna talk long about them till I finish the list, right?
I can't get too much on there. But
so they featured on $1 Million Worth of Game. They're known for comedic banter and honest conversations. Number 3 is Charlamagne the God. Charlamagne is featured on The Breakfast Club, Hell of a Week with Charlamagne the God, and Brilliant Idiots. He's known for sensational commentary, asking rude questions, and his Donkey of the Day segment. Number 2.
And he used to be that dude.
Number 2. Wow. Number 2. Damn. Okay. DJ Academics. DJ Academics is featured on Off the Record with DJ Academics. Wow, he's number 2. That's crazy to me. But
if he can make it, we all can make it.
But you know they go by follows and everything
Yeah,
too.
he deserves it for about them.
He
stats.
do for what he do.
Yeah, he
He do
deserves
for
it.
his stats. He do. Timely.
Y'all
He's
don't
known
think
for
he's a
timely.
cornball?
Yes.
He is, bro.
Oh, okay.
Don't matter what we
You right.
think.
No,
He's successful.
yeah,
He's known for-
He got a
but
following.
is that success though?
Yeah,
He got
he's successful.
something that
really
we're trying to get.
successful.
He's successful, bro. So he's known for timely.
That's-
He's known for timely rap
cornball.
news, Twitch rants, controversy, and beefs. And last but not least, and I do agree with this one. I do. Number one is Joe Budden.
Black
And,
Cloud.
and he's featured on the Joe Budden podcast, and he's known for pioneering the ex-rapper to pundit career
Yeah,
path,
bro.
being the most abrasive commentator in hip-hop. Now, this is what I'm going to say about Joe Budden. Joe Budden been doing this type of shit really before
Joe Budden
everybody.
TV for a long time.
Before
years.
everybody. And so I feel like Joe Budden deserve, whether people like him or not, he deserve everything that he got, man. Because he laid
Joe.
down the groundwork, and he's good at what he does. He's an excellent rapper, and he turned to doing this, and he really laid the blueprint, man. And
Joe
and
did
I
his
think
thing.
that he deserves number one. But I'm gonna let T speak more on Joe Budden and why you think
Shit. I'm about
that
to go
he's
on mute.
number one.
I'm about to go on mute.
and why you think he deserves to be number one.
This is gonna be a long hour.
Man, that is the pod father. That's the pod father right there. Joseph Anthony Button. Put some respect on that man's name. You know, I don't fan out. I've never really fanned out for anybody. But something about Mr. Joseph Anthony Button. Man, it's because he's an asshole. He's like the ultimate asshole.
He is.
He's an asshole, but he's sincere. You know, it's weird. He comes on as a nice asshole.
Yeah, Joe Budden. Dope.
And
Joe Budden dope. No, I said Joe Budden is dope. He
Nah.
is.
Oh yeah. And you know, I followed him his whole career. He has done it his way.
That's
He
true.
has ruined himself countless times by speaking his opinion, by doing things his way. And it cost him in the rap game, even though he still had his cult following
Yeah,
where he was able to do
that's a
something.
good point. Cult following is a definite is a deep point.
So I'm gonna ask y'all this.
And-
Go ahead.
Well,
No,
hold-
you got more T.
but-
No, T got some more. Go ahead, finish giving flowers, man.
Yeah, I got more.
Queen
you know,
Flip.
he's when in what 18, 19, 20-year-old Joe Budden used to be on Hot 97. He was on Hot 97. He was ahead of the curve. He was ahead of the curve, but at that time the music industry, get off the radio.
Yeah.
What you doing? That's not how we do artists now. He was on the internet early. He was in the chat rooms. He started this Joe Budden TV on YouTube before monetization
Yep,
was a
right.
thing.
Sure.
He
For
absolutely
sure.
did that.
He did, bro.
You know, he made so many women famous.
Mhm.
The man could keep. He was a
Yeah.
sniper. He's probably
Yeah,
top
he was
5
a
on the sniper
sniper.
list. And he switched. He gave up his love, his passion of rap, turned to this game, and wow, the come up is crazy. The come up is crazy. Even with an interruption, had to change up the cast.
That's when you know you a beast.
Blow it
Not to
up.
cut you off, but that's
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
know you a beast.
Yeah.
When you can change up your whole
I was
lineup,
thinking about that today.
bruh, I'm sorry, man.
I was
That
thinking
that
about that
speaks
today.
volumes. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that just remind me, Rory and Maul not even on this list.
Nah, they're not on
That
the
ain't
list.
dry,
Hey,
man.
Oh, damn.
Hey, but what I
They
told
didn't
T-
make it.
Hey, Eva, what I told T, because like of course, you know, we listen to Joe Budden pump it up a lot of like commercially, but T was like, no, you gotta listen to this, you gotta listen to Patter Room, you gotta listen to this.
Nah, I
So
listen to
I
Joe
was-
Budden. I already know how he
no,
go. Yeah.
no. I'm talking about me personally, me personally, right? So T, so I was at work one night, bro. It was like 2-3 in the morning. This is years ago. So music hits me like harder, like when it's early in the morning, right? So yo, I listened to Black Cloud. I was like, yo, this dude Joe Budden is incredible, right? So I started listening to more of him, but he's better being non-commercial. He's not being non-commercial. He's better being himself. So this lane that he's been working on for years, as far as what he's doing now, he's just being him. But that was a great point, E. He switched the whole, and I would tell T, I'm like, T, Joe was good, but these other two niggas just corny. I was saying that before he
Nah, they were
left.
fine, man.
No,
I
they
like
were
them.
whack.
like
They were
them.
whack,
They
bro.
were
They
good.
were. They was good.
These two new guys that he has, they okay. But when he added Queen's Flip, that was genius.
Oh,
It
my
was
God.
genius.
I like Flip, man.
Queen's
I like
Flip
Flip.
is hilarious.
Why is Melissa
dog.
Ford
Oh,
there though? I
man.
started thinking
Who
about
Well, you just
knows?
need-
Ed, I feel the
just-
same way,
Now,
Ed.
you need
Just to have a female though,
A female
Ed, that's what it
woman.
was. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it was,
All
bro.
right.
And she's
That's
great.
all it was.
And
She
she's
play
great.
her part. She be chilling. You don't need somebody
Queen's
all
Flip,
outlandish,
bro.
and, you know. But I
Flip
feel
is
what you're
hilarious.
saying. And then you gotta look at it like this too. When you got like 5-6 people talking, it's hard for everybody to get they man or get they turn in like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she played a little laid back role,
Yeah,
which
she
is
does.
cool for her. You
She
know what I
has
mean?
the great
Like,
personality for that group.
no, she does. Now,
Yeah,
now I
she has
just
the
want to say
personality
this
for the group.
for rap. I gotta get this out, man. Reek put me on to this Joe Budden song called All of Me
Yes,
about
sir.
15 years ago. Do you
Yeah.
know that I still listen to that song
Me
from time
too.
to time,
Yeah.
bro?
That might be
Yeah,
my
bro.
favorite Joe Budden
Like that
song,
Joe
bro.
has
It
carried
might
me.
be.
Like I will just randomly. Now, mind you,
Just
now this
listen
is
to
like
it.
what 10 to 15 years ago. I may randomly
Joe
at
Budden's
least
dope, bro.
once a year I play that song. I just wanted to say that about his music because sometimes
But
people
he's-
get it twisted, and sometimes people only know people. If you're young, sometimes you only know people for what is the most relevant or the
Yeah,
thing that's put in your
yeah.
face. And so some people,
Yeah, you're right.
if you're
You're
young,
right.
will only know Joe Budden from podcasting. Period. Not everybody, but some people.
Right.
But he get busy on the mic. I just had to say that.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
facts.
of course.
Facts.
But what he did to Slaughterhouse, I never forgive him for. Go ahead, T.
Oh, hey, look. Hey, look. Yeah, see, y'all about to make me
fault.
get on a whole other thing. Because look,
Come
'cause,
on, man.
not
Slaughterhouse
his
is gonna be the
fault.
Hey,
greatest
bro.
all time until Joe Budden messed it up. I'm sorry.
according
I
to
had get it out.
according to
Whatever.
Crooked Eye and my man, that's how they feel. But
Anyway,
anyway,
I was about to get off, baby.
that's the list on that. The last thing we're gonna talk about real quick is a little bit of boxing coming up. Now, y'all probably
Yay.
may know more than me, but when is Javante Davis and Ryan and what's his name?
April
22nd.
22nd. April 22nd.
April 20. What's my man name? Is Javante
Ryan-
Davis is gonna be facing
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia.
Is it Garcia?
Yes, Ryan Garcia. Now I'm gonna ask y'all who y'all got. I'm taking Tank. Me.
I got
Hey,
Tank.
who you got?
I
Taking
got, I
Tank.
got, I got Tank, man.
I'm taking Tank.
Yeah, I
I'm
got
taking Tank, but let me tell you this something though, real quick. Tank gets hit a lot, bro.
He
Tank
do,
gets
he do.
hit a
He
lot.
do.
But he
So-
talked
so
about that though. He talked about
Yeah,
that with this
yeah.
fight. He said that like
he get hit
that's
a lot.
not.
You don't want to
he
get
said-
hit this fight.
Yeah, he's saying that he ain't
Yeah.
trying to do that this fight. That's what he
Thank
said,
you.
bro.
Thank you,
That's
bro.
what he said.
Because it's like I think that he has another level, right? That he can go to. That's what his trainer said. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm so confident, just like Floyd said, he said, bro, he got dynamite in his gloves. So I believe you, but I'm just like, bro, just try to not get hit because you never know which hit might you know,
Boy,
and
He
bro,
said he
to that
ain't sleeping
camera,
on him
man.
though.
good. I hope not because this
Have
little
you
boy
seen
with
him?
that
You
left,
seen
with that
Garcia?
left hook,
I mean,
bro.
yeah,
boy
he
quick.
yeah, he is.
Powerful,
night.
boy.
Oh,
They
nah,
said you
man.
night, bro.
Yeah, I never
But-
seen
You
it.
better go night.
Watch some
But,
of his clip
Yeah,
when you get a
T.
chance, man.
Tank got a lot of respect for him, so he not sleeping on him. That's
Yeah,
the
And
thing.
I,
So that's
and
what
I
you
like
know what
when
I'm saying.
Tank talk like that. I like
Yes.
when he talk like that.
He not sleeping on it. But this is what I want. Now this is a big fight. I mean that's what I just talked about is a big fight. But the biggest fight that everybody want to see and that may be getting announced is Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford.
Ooh.
Now that will
Yes,
be the
indeed.
fight
Man.
of the in the last. I mean that'll be a real big fight if it happens. Now T, what did it? So
Yeah.
where did you? Because I thought that I know last they talked it was like some contract stuff and it never happened. You hearing that now? What's going to happen?
Well, yeah, what was it, last year? It was like around August, September. It was announced that they were fighting in November, that they just haven't agreed to terms. Somebody's ducking somebody. I don't know which one's ducking
It
the
might be
other,
management,
or which
though.
promotion.
Might be, promotion.
Yeah, which management is ducking the other, because they were in the two separate, how's boxing set up? They were on two different promotional teams, and they were in two different conferences. It's not conferences. However boxing is separated, they was on two different sides. So the promotion teams didn't want to work with each other.
Okay.
Crawford got out of his deal. And it seemed like the fight was going to take place in November. They couldn't agree to money. Now,
Go ahead. No. Just to add to what you're saying, I didn't mean to cut you off. The biggest thing with boxing, bro, is it still ran by the old mob dudes, by the old school dudes. It's like with Dana White, like what he did with UFC. That's why De La Hoya was beefing with Dana White because Dana White was accusing De La Hoya of conforming to how the old politics of boxing is formed. He's like, yo, if this dude is a champion, he wants to fight him, they gonna fight in 2 months. Like just like with the UFC. I don't watch the UFC, but it's popular because the best fighters fight each other. But with boxing, you gotta wait, and you might not ever see it. Why are we waiting 2-3 years? Why are we waiting 7 years to see Floyd fight? What's his name? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, people won't wait on that, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's ridiculous. But if the fight does happen, that's gonna be
they said June 17th, right? They said it's done.
I'm hoping, bro.
It's
rumored. Killer, bro.
So it's rumored that they're gonna announce it.
It hasn't been announced.
But that means they ain't fighting.
Okay. At the fight, okay. They supposed to announce it at the Davis.
Well, I hope they do. But with that, fellas, I'm gonna play our theme music.
I got one more. Hold on, I got one more. I heard a rumor. I gotta know. So now that Ed is on. I heard that you ghost written a drill music song for Ed, This and Me 4 months ago. Is that true?
No. Hey, look, I ghostwrite, but it ain't even all the time. I don't even know how to do no drill.
I would never even hire a ghostwriter.
T told me that Ed had some ether. He said he had some ether over a drill beat for me since we was 15 years old.
He can write though.
Until 43. I know he can write. I heard him rap.
I ain't wrote no drill music. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't wrote no drill.
I'm going to play the song on y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Get him out of here.
I don't got no drill music, but
no bad show, bro.
I just wanted to. I want to thank our brother, man, for joining in, man. We needed you tonight, man.
Thank you.
Don't let it be the last time, Playboy.
Yeah, for sure. You came through, and it was a dope show. Like always, I like to thank everybody who listens, who supports. If you have any questions or any topics that you want us to discuss, you can let us know. Follow us on Instagram at The Rec Room. The episodes can also be seen via YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Pod. We're available on all those platforms. I don't know if we part next week or the week after. I'm not positive, but as I said at the beginning, we are going to start shooting. Some of the pods will be, filmed, and y'all can see our faces, and y'all can put a face with the voice, and I think that's going to be super dope. Anybody else got anything?
Hey, man, listen, man. Everybody stay up, bro. Stay positive.
And that's that, man. That's that. Till the next time.
See y'all next one.
Peace.
All right. Great show.